No thoughts? Head empty.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Flubs, the Fool. This is a commander card that they brought into Arena. It was the buy box promo and it is a wild and crazy card. I've heard it considered one of the most casual CEDH style commanders that's ever been printed, and it feels great to pilot as long as you like to take game actions, which, as you know, I definitely do. Flubs the Fool is a teamer commander that's green, blue, and red who allows you to play an additional land per turn. Well, that's just great, helps you ramp. But if you play a land, or if you cast a spell and you have another card in hand, you are going to discard a card, which means that you are rewarded for keeping your head and your hand empty. Flubs the Fool is great with things that allow you to play additional lands per turn, or play lands off the top of your deck, or get landfall triggers like Springheart and Nantuko, and all of the generous mana makers like Lotus Cobra, Nissa, and Tireless Provisioner. We also are rewarded for not actually drawing cards, but instead putting cards in exile, like with Aerith or Valakut Exploration. And if you're playing Flubs the Fool, you may as well play even more cards from exile, using things like Hugs or Loot. I'm also playing some big mana sinks, some fun X-cost spells, and a bunch of things that interact with lands in the graveyard, because you might be discarding those lands to Flubs, so you can play them later and get even more triggers. I also think that because we're getting all this mana into play, we may as well play some of our favorite just big mana spells in this deck, or spells that let you just keep going, like Omni. So we're going to take Flubs into the queue, and we're going to put some lands into play and forget everything we've ever known. Just a couple of frogs hanging out. The Gitrog monster is also a lands commander, but a lands commander that's looking to put lands in their graveyard, because whenever they do, they can draw a card. And that goes great with things that sacrifice your lands, like their commander, who sacrifices their lands. I've got a little bit of early ramp here, so we're going to start with the Llanowar Elves, hopefully going for Uro next turn, spitting out some of these lands into play. If their Gitrog monster deck is anything like my Gitrog monster deck, it has a lot of lands in it. It's going to put a lot of them into the graveyard and then bring them back, which is great for them. I think I'm going to go for the Uro this turn, Lotus Cobra next turn. Perfect. Also, I do like that we have matching avatars. Both of us were just like, yeah, I got a frog commander. What goes good with a frog? Bibblethip. Head empty. I love some Gitrog monster. All glory to the Hypnotoad. They have 2 lands in graveyard already, so this Aftermath Analyst, they might be cracking pretty early. They might, you know, also want to crack it early just to try to avoid me making them, like, lose this Aftermath Analyst ability. But some people are not afraid at all of that. I think next turn could be a Flubs turn. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... There's a fetch land on top. It could even be a hoof turn. Ooh, World Shaper puts even more lands in the graveyard. And when it dies, brings even more back. All right. Put this Kami. Wait, I could do a cute juggle here. I'd be showing them I have hoof, but it's really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do this cute little juggle. So we can hoof next turn. I love the Gitrog monster. This is one of my favorite commanders. Like, both in paper and in Arena. But it's really nice in Arena for any landfall deck, because Arena handles all your landfall triggers for you. It's not okay to show somebody you have hoof, because discard spells are real. But, like, this is very much me saying, I showed you my Crater of Behemoth, please respond. I love Gitrog monster being able to take extra cleanup steps. What if they'll attack with World Shaper here? If they have like a toxic deluge, they could wipe the board. 1, a 2, a 3, a bug. World Shaper swings in. Puts another land in the graveyard. I'll block with Flubs. We love to flub. No, this is not my normal Craterhoof Behemoth art. I wonder if I forgot to press apply styles when I was building the deck. Hey, where's my Cheddar Hoof? This is not appropriate Flubs the Fool art. Okay, they're eating Llanowar Elf. That just means I have to discard Bonnie Paul first. Get this mana, and now we can hoof. And though additional game actions are available to us, we're going to be responsible, sweet little gamers. Just try to end the game right here. It's a lot. And it wins us the game. GG, Gitrog. Nashi, Illusion Gadgeteer. Nashi is going to be recurring spells from the graveyard, making a secret copy of a card from their grave and putting it into hand. This is oftentimes used to loop Nashi, blinking him, and generating infinite access to either a kill spell or a counter spell or something else really nasty. I am going to start with this Rootbound Crag because it'll be entering and tapped. I don't have any mountains or forests in my hand. In this way, we can hopefully be bolting whatever they throw down that happens to be an issue. I think against a deck like that, this Rhythm of the Wild is why I kept this hand. I expect them to be running a good number of counterspells because Nashi, despite being a sweet little rat boy in the story, has some really mean cards. He has like a ninja that steals from you. He's got just like this guy who's usually recurring removal. And then there's one that cares about legends and he's like, that's a Nashi who loves his mom. The other Nashis, they don't love their moms as much. See if we can get Rhythm of the Wild to land. It did land, that's great. She took on her color identity. That's love, baby. Now she's a good little rat boy. What you doing with that mana? Dark Ritual into... Are you gonna be looping the Dark Ritual? It could be a Prismatic Bridge. Sadly, he has ward, so I can't just, like, blast through him here. I'm gonna go for Uro, since Azusa doesn't quite have enough lands. It doesn't matter if I give you haste or not. Go. +1/+1 counter. Pop this into play. And I think next turn we might be doing some real Flubs hours. How's the flubbin' been? Oh, pretty good. Somebody was saying some people will do Hopping Dark Ritual with Displacer Kitten in play to make infinite mana and get infinite spell triggers. Well, I'm definitely not Fool themed here. I don't have April Fool's stuff on. This is just how I always have my equipment set. Okay, a Baleful Strix. I might bolt that bird. Because I want my hand a sweet little bit of empty. We're gonna go Flubs. Counter. Azusa. We discard. But there's nothing to discard, so we draw instead. +1/+1 counter. I don't have anything here, so we will pass the turn. I can look at my graveyard. There's a bug that's like, I can't just look at theirs. Hi, Nashi. Nashi's not attacking. They fear the triple block. Gonna grab my Surveil land here, one of the blue ones. See what's on top. Got the Scalding Tarn. Put it in the graveyard since we even have this World Soul's Rage. Think about channeling this. Yeah, I'm gonna channel the Kami of Bamboo Groves. Play one of the lands. Discard the other land. And then try to go World Soul's Rage for X equals 1, 2, 3. Right at their face. Got run-em-ups. Ramen-up Excavator. Boop, boop, boop. Lands are now in play. If we draw a land, we can just, like, play this, discard the land, and grab it. Oh, they're blinking him! So if you get a blink card with Nashi, you can just, like, keep blinking him. There's a lot of silly stuff you can do with this card. I really also wish that this didn't have Ward. I feel like it's doing enough on its own that it doesn't need it. It would make it a little bit more plausible to interrupt some of these abilities. Aetherflux Reservoir. So remember how we said before there's a way that you can just infinitely keep casting that Dark Ritual? They might be looking for something like that. Druid class would allow me to play additional lands. Ramen-up Excavator will allow me to play lands from the graveyard. I already have additional lands, so I'm gonna go for the Ramen-up here. Discard this. Once this is in play, I'm gonna put a counter on it. We will crack open one of these, so I can play it from the graveyard. I technically should have played that, cracked this open first, so I would be able to have priority right away, but it doesn't matter that much to me. Grab another Surveil land. The land in the graveyard. Love that for us. We'll play the Storm Giants again. I don't have a landfall trigger here. I'm gonna play this Wooded Foothills, putting this in the graveyard now. And I'll shock it in just in case I draw something I want to use. Like a Springheart Nantuko. I think I'll bestow this on... Ooh, the Arboreal Grazer could be funny. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this on the Arboreal Grazer. We still have a fetch land. This allows me to put lands into play without having to cast them. I also have the Scalding Tarn. I could go for Uro here. I'm gonna go for Lumbra instead. Decline. Play the Lumbra. Hand empty. Head empty. Can't be countered. Haste. Bring back that beautiful Wooded Foothills. Oh wait, should have also cracked open that Scalding Tarn for more triggers, more fun. We're gonna make some bugs. Bug, 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 bug. Crack this open. Grab just basic land. Bam. We want to do the one from hand, so we draw a card here. Yeah, I'll get a second Arboreal Grazer, just in case there's a land here. Oh, Song of Creation, my beloved. Okay, Lumbra, swing for 18. Song of Flubs. It's his favorite song! So if they got the Planar Incision here, they have a free block. Yep, so they got Planar Incision. If they get Planar Incision again, they can cast it as many times as they have mana for it to try and trigger the Aetherflux Reservoir. This bear does not have trample. I wanted to try playing a new bear, though. Look at how cute she is. Cast a spell, draw 2 cards, then discard. Yeah, we're just gonna, like, spit out half our deck here. We don't really have Lab Maniac in Arena. We have Jace, and we have Thassa's Oracle. I'm not running those in this deck, but you totally can. Ooh, a Toxic Deluge! Well, can you kill my Lumbra? That's always fun. Get you out of hand, so we can get out of hand. If you're wondering why I'm not attacking right away, it's because I don't trust like that. Are you gonna kill Lumbra? Oh, I meant to play that first. This is fine. I want to destroy this. The Aetherflux Reservoir is what I was, like, focusing on. Like, I need to kill this. 2, 3, 4... Draw a card, put a land into play. Some of this. We'll play a land. Oh, loot. Oh, I need to crack a fetchy here so I can play the loot. I think loot craves violence. Of course she does. He does. It does. Little guy. Oh, the lands are fallen. Aced. Alright, let's go to combat and swing in. Destroy the Aetherflux Reservoir. Put that into play. Does Lumbra die? Oh, it's the Baleful Strix that they had brought back on one of those many blinkies. Baleful Strix can just munch up Lumbra. It's a normal number of lands, that's fine. Ignore that I threw my Song of Creation in the trash. I don't need it. I got all this other stuff. The card they drew may have also been removal. We'll see. It flies directly into Lumbra's mouth. Oh! Oh, this is awful. I don't like it, though. A dark ritual. What you doing with that? What are you doing with that dark ritual? Baleful Strix with Flash? Yeah, it turns into like a little assault snake. It's Ambush Viper. It is Ambush Viper. Only with flying. It's a flying Ambush Viper. Does Ambush Viper have reach? No, right? Why did they Dark Ritual right there? I think they might be giving up. I'm not sure. No, it just says Flash and Death Touch. Alright, so Nashi blinked himself. They have 1 mana. I feel very safe to just swing in here. Ugh. But like, I'm taking 1 game action. Okay, it's just one game action. It's just one. It's just one. I'm taking 1 game action. 1 extra game action. And now we're going to attack for some number of damage. As long as you're quick about it, it's fine. But a singular game action. They could have 3 mana up. Yeah, if it's a Dark Ritual. Yeah, I don't think the Dark Ritual is going to be able to stop all of this. Good job, Flubs. That was some fine fooling. Ygra, Eater of All. I only have green in this hand, but I have a way to turn my green mana into other mana. Not quite what I want here. Also, a little bit too much big when I want some smaller stuff. This is a little bit better. Ygra, Eater of All turns everything into food. And that food, well, you could eat it by paying 2 mana, tapping, and sacrificing it to gain 3 life. But if you do, Ygra will grow. In fact, Ygra will grow whenever any creature other than Ygra is destroyed, because it counts as a food being put into the graveyard, meaning that this 5 mana 6/6 is going to get absolutely massive. And if they have ways to give it trample, it's gonna steamroll right over our tokens and everything else. I feel like Ygra is a pretty scary card to have to deal with, because this kitty cat, ooh, she's got some serious bite. Hello, I'm Containment Construct. And this is my favorite store on the Citadel. Oh, okay. They're stealing something from my hand. They gifted me a card, which means they can steal it forever. Would you like Emrakul? Ah, they took my Augur. It's not gonna stop me from playing Flubs, baby! Let's go! No. I can't actually do anything with it this turn. Let's get silly. Let's get foolish. Let's get silly. Ironcrag. Cauldron Familiar. Oh, because it does the little, cat food loop. Drop the Wooded Foothills. Make it so we can play the Wooded Foothills. And I can just drop the Emrakul here. Hand empty, head empty, etc., etc. I actually am going to exile this from my graveyard, because I only have 1 way to bring it back, and this way my opponent can't grab it from me. This is the nerfed Cauldron Familiar. We've all seen a few too many reanimates. Early game hand hate is so good in 1v1. When I have a black deck, I tend to run Thoughtseize, Inquisition of Kozilek, sometimes Duress. Surveil. Actually, land is fine. Aw, by Containment Construct. It's fine. We're gonna take ourselves down to Top Deck City. And we're gonna play lands. And those lands, they might get me some spells. We'll find out. What do we got? Oh, lightning bolt. What do we got? Oh, Spirebluff Canal. What do we got? Island? Island? I want island. Where's that surveil land here? Maybe I can surveil a Uro into my graveyard. It is land. Great. So is everything else here. Oh, our deck is half lands. Because we're fools. So ideally we're getting something that's not a land here. We'll discard the island. We'll see. Rush of Dread? Not even gonna make me discard? Okay. Now I'm not even flubbing. Oh, hey, there's the Uro. I actually was very close to it being on the top. I could play it and bring it out, but I'd rather do some flubbing here. So we're gonna flub. Ooh, finale. You think they got anything worth hitting off this? Because we could go Finale of Devastation into our good friend Atali. Drop the Case of the Locked Hothouse. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll go for 7. I know, I want food too. Our opponent has not done enough eating. Coma Greenhorn would also be very fun. Ooh, or Lumbra or Bonnie. I'm going for Bonnie here. Bonnie, my beloved. Go for it, Flubs! You don't need to block. I promise. He's not doing much. It's a good cow. Something about a woman with a giant axe? Ugh, and a giant cow. Nice mite. They might bite that mite. Hi, Ygra! Ygra with artifact removal. It works! Okay, so now everybody's food. I'm food, you're food, I'm food. We block this cat. And they can sacrifice one of these to bring it back. Ygra's gonna get huge. But you know what? Ygra might be huge. I have a giant cow. So, like, rattle away. I'm gonna go Ancient Green Warden. Discard the land. This lady. Ruth. Playing the one from my hand. Ooh, Sword Tooth. So now we don't draw cards. There is no card draw. Card draw is fake. We want to prioritize playing these things in exile because these are use it or lose it. Yeah, put a card from my hand into play. I don't have any of those. Attack with the cow. You want to chump block with that Allosaurus Shepherd? Does it really matter? Not really. Now my head is so empty. I'm haunted by ghosts. That's just real stuff. All right, keep going. Somebody's going to ask if I have Lab Maniac in the deck. No, because it's not an arena. Just a little more. Just a little more. And I have no cards in hand. Okay, great. All those are gone. That's 14 cards just gone forever to exile. They have 4 life left. If there's a board wipe here that keeps Ygra alive, she's gonna get huge. Big kitty. Yeah, we have Thassa's Oracle and Jace. It's very pleasant sometimes to just be like, mind empty. Mind rotten. Alright, so they've eaten the food. Yeah, if they like have a deluge, it wouldn't kill Bo. But there is a card that destroys... Oh, wait. What's the card? Fade into History? Card Fade into History? Fade from History. Each player who controls an artifact or enchantment creates a 2/2 bear token and then destroy all artifacts and enchantments. That would be amazing in Ygra. Oh my gosh, I want to see that happen so bad. I think I just attack. Let's go. I'm not going to bother taking anything else here. Let's just swing on in and do that thing. They can block and then bring out the Cauldron Familiar by sacrificing the Allosaurus Shepherd. It would gain a life. They can block the 2 biggest things here. But I think unless they also have removal in hand or they eat the Allosaurus Shepherd, we're okay? I don't know. I didn't feel like doing too much work off that. Rampage of the Clans also works. Yeah! Meow. You can't eat this because it has Summoning Sickness. No, they didn't block Bo. But we do win. And yes, somebody did point out, Amy, you have Doppelgang? You sure do. Sure do. Finneas, Ace Archer. Finneas is a bunny commander. He makes your bunnies stronger and your tokens stronger. Hello? Hi. Yeah, let's go for the Arboreal Grazer, bringing in Rootbound Crag, since Crag's gonna be tapped anyway, since I have no mountains or forests. JK Bulch, thank you so much for the 1-year resub. Hey, Finneas. Finneas already has a token friend here. Kind of like channeling this, but I'm gonna go for loot instead. Loot's gonna give me some cards in exile. 1, assuming the Arboreal Grazer is still alive. They don't have any good way to, like, block and stop them, and I don't think that was a good turn for Flubs. Throwing Rites of Itlamok. Currently seeing 3 creatures. It'll flip over at 4. And the counter grows. I will block. Nice. Adeline makes a lot of little tokens. Ooh, a land. We like those here. I could play both of these using Swordtooth or the case. I'm gonna make a case for the case. Instead of shocking, I should have just done it in the other order. That gives me more permanents for loot, like more different permanent types, since now I have a creature and an enchantment. Gotta order those triggered abilities right. And they get the thing, and it gets the counter. I will block 1. And this is gonna flip over and give them access to 5 more mana in their end step. Ooh, even more mana. Oh yeah, you have Vigilance. Nice. Skrelv's Hive will also be generating more creatures. I am gonna pop down Tatiova here. Gotta pay a life from that land. Play that as a land, so we get another land. So we get another land. Lands is good. Love lands. I could go for Ragavan or the Halfling since I already have it in exile. Or I could go for, like, Kami of Bamboo Groves to put another land into play. But since we've already solved the case of the Locked Hothouse... I'm pretty good with this. Oh, never mind. We're dead. Moonchecker Cavalry gives everything flying. Plus X plus X. I can block a 1 creature. I guess 2. I could have blocked the teeny tiny little guy in the ground. GG, Finneas. Wick the World Mind. Wick is a rats commander that makes snails when rats enter the battlefield. And I'm pretty sure you can then sacrifice those snails or grow those snails in order to deal damage and draw cards. I'm not fully sure how I would build Wick, but I'm guessing it involves a large number of rats. Hello, Wick. I got myself some turn 1 ramp. We got turn 2 ramp. I don't really want to be playing Flubs on 2 unless I have just a ton of lands in hand to spit out and ways to replay them. Oh, well, you know what? That shouldn't be a surprise. It's Rat Colony. Hey, Rat Colony. Don't mind me. Hey, Bonnie. It's probably... It's like a fancy Rat Colony deck, though. It's a Rat Colony deck that's trying something different. Hold up. That's not a Rat Colony. Scavenger's Talent. When their creatures die, make food. They can also sacrifice non-land permanents eventually to bring back cards from their graveyard. Ooh, okay. I just want to say something kind of cute here. I actually have 2 scouts in this hand here. Nissa is also a scout, so we can name Scout on Flubs and Bonnie Paul for a Cavern of Souls. Not that they're gonna be running many counter spells, but they have access to blue. They might be. Scavenger's Talent won me a lot of games in Limited. I would use it to mill my opponents out. Mill myself a little, reanimate, and then mill my opponent out. Alright, so I got the rats. I'm gonna name Scout. And I gotta start emptying this hand, because otherwise, Flubs is gonna do it for me. So we swing in with Kellen, a nice evasive creature here. There's nothing for me to destroy. We're gonna put a land into play, this Prismatic Vista. Perfect. Deal 3 damage. I have too many thoughts right now. I'm thinking way too much for a Flubs deck. Hello, yes. Would you care to slam your rats into my big cow? Empty that mind. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. They could play the thing that gives rats fear. Oh no, just more rats off the Twisted Sewer Witch. That's going to get... that's gonna get them a rat and make all their rats wicked. Wicked awesome. Yeah, seize my thoughts. I can seize them. I can think my thoughts so good. Alright, I'm looking at how I got my lands right now. I gotta go for 2 Rootbound Crags. That'll put me at 6. So I'm going to attack in with Kellen again. Bring out that Vista. And if you're wondering why didn't I go for the Vista for the double, because I could use it on my opponent's turn. It is so I can crack this open right now, grab a basic, and have myself a happy little Green Warden. So now I can just keep replaying this Prismatic Vista from the graveyard. And y'all already know what next turn is. It's flubbin' time. Do I want to play Coma? I could play Coma. Or I could discard my hand and see what fun we can have. With Lord Sheepy Flubbin'. Yeah, we have some big blockers against these rats. Hello there, rats. We are the rats. We are the rats. Gonna go for the sword tooth first. Things are happening. Why are things happening? Counterspell on sword tooth? Okay. Got a lot of big boys. Let's swing in with a bunch of them. Ah, they didn't block. Well, if they did block, I was gonna crack these open and put a Flubs into play. Sorry, Sherm. The rats weren't quite there. Valentin, Dean of the Vein. Valentin is a life gain commander, or a pest commander. It's kind of both. I don't mind this hand, even though I don't have anything on turn 1 or 2, because we have, like, 6, we have Tireless Provisioner, and I have a Scry on turn 1, which I'm going to use to try and find something good. You know what? Land is good. Lands are good. We have a landfall hand here. Valentin or Lisette. Lisette is, if you gain life, you can pay 1 mana to get +1/+1 counters and give trample. And Valentin is, if a creature would die, you can pay 2 and get a pest. Also just makes things get exiled, which is a really, really helpful ability to have. Oftentimes played with just lots of good black removal, sometimes symmetrical sacrifice effects. Ah, I think it's going to be the symmetrical sacrifice effect style of deck because of Jadar. It's, I'd say, a pretty good clue. I'm going to play 6 here. Please don't kill my tree. He's a good tree. Who needs a symmetrical sacrifice when they can just make me sacrifice 6? 6 is gone. Exiled, in fact, so I can't bring it back from the graveyard using any abilities. Always nice to have a good, strong 1-drop as your commander. Ugh, if only. At least the discard part of Liliana isn't going to be as brutal for us. Ooh, Bloodletter of Aquazot. It's going to double the amount of life that I lose in a turn. And since I'm not blocking this and I can't block this, I think I lose 6 here? Nasty. I'm gonna drop Hugs so I can get down Tatiova and still play a land. Tatiova. We have this Kami Bamboo Groves in hand. Put it on the green side here. Kami of Bamboo Groves. Up down that forest. Drawing me cards, gaining me a little bit of life. Cool. That's the turn. I'm a little better at blocking now. I can't block the Bloodletter. Just a great card. I have this in a couple EDH decks now too, just because it makes the games end a lot faster. I've also been trying out I think it's called Wound Reflection in some decks as a way to go faster. Oh, bye Coma. You plussin' or minusin'? Hey lady, you plussin' or minusin' over here? Okay, bye, wash away. My head is now empty. All is good in the world. They dropped a corrupt. Ooh. Swampy. Oh, giving me some choices here on how to block. I'll go for Jadar in this. I'm wondering if they have a, I wonder if it's like a Toxic Deluge in hand. Something else to give minus. Oh, it literally was Toxic Deluge, yeah. What I expected. Well, Flubs, let's see what silly business you can get up to. Oh gosh, if I pay that life, I think I might doom myself. I don't think I can do it. I could have also, like, played that for X equals 3 to hit Liliana. Okay, I can't play Bonnie, so I should put her in the graveyard. Boots! Boots for Flubs! Druid class. I have played all of my lands that I can play for this turn, so I'm gonna boot up Flubs and sit here. Would you like to make me sacrifice Flubs? Poor Flubs. Down to 6. We want to play a land first. Using that as an ability does not get us the card advantage. We do want the card advantage. I could do Doppelgang for X equals 1. Getting my own, I guess, Aquazot's? Bloodletter of? It's like if I do a copy of Liliana, I make them sacrifice and I sacrifice this, and then they attack me with the Hive, and I think that kills me. This gives me a double block. Okay, so I have 2 creatures. And like 1 flies. I know, I wanted to do Doppelgang for X equals 10. Oh my gosh, imagine Doppelgang with, like, all the blood letters. Like, you get, like, 4 blood letters, and then it's like, actually double, 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 double. Like, discard that Thundering Falls. And Flubs is just like, my mind is empty. I don't know where I am. Okay. I totally believe in the heart of cards. You're making it a lot harder for me to believe in those hearts of cards, though. I can't discard a card. Actually, in the ward, I can get the card and then discard the card. And then I can play whatever the card is off the constrainment construct. Because I don't really want to overload that. Oh, App Nap. I forgot about App Nap. That's fine. I just have to gain some life. Should be making it use this. Yeah, we did that tactically so we can learn and play later. Oh, people are asking, what is AppNap? Oh, active player, non-active player. Is the spell order how abilities will resolve when they're all triggered by the same thing. Oh, Rotten Mouth Viper! How rotten. I will drop the Ancient Green Warden. It's only until end of turn, so no. I have cool English teacher vibes. Oh, no! I mean, oh, yeah. Okay, this will deal 2 damage to me because of Bloodletter. Huh, sort of surprised they would sacrifice it. Containment Construct or Bill? I feel like Bill might do more for me here, like win me the game next turn. Containment Construct gets me more value. You love value. Yeah, I think they could have attacked with that too. And then what are you doing? Plussing or minusing? Okay. I could replay Flubs. I'm gonna drop Bill though. Because we could force them to block a big-ass land this turn. Yeah, let's see what creatures we have in the top couple cards of our deck. Grazer, Aruth, and Kellen. Kellen gives me another flying blocker. Aruth just gets silly. Yeah, what's discarding? Never heard of it. There's no card draw, there is no discard draw. Which card draw? This card draw. Anything I could get that would greatly change the course of this game. There's a very funny card I could get. But then I'm not attacking with the giant land that threatens to end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's like if I can survive next turn, and I think I can just by sacrificing stuff. The Doppelgang. The Doppelgang! Okay, it's not quite lethal swinging in there. These go away. Oh, wait, there's an equivalent to AppNap in Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Seagawk? What does Seagawk stand for? Simultaneous effects go on chain. Oh, I've played other games that use the chain. There's a game called Universes, which uses the chain. If this attacks in, I have to sacrifice 2 things. This and this, assuming, of course, they use this. Oh, actually, they're just going for drawing a card. Lose a life, draw a card, okay. You swinging that Viper at me? You gonna throw a hissy fit? I think we could drop Flubs and Druid class because I have enough mana, or the boots. Flubs and boots, Druid class and boots. I like the life gain off the boots, though. Yeah, Flubs is like 7 mana. I got way more than that. Let's see, play things off the top of my deck. I don't think I need to start with the Flubs, so I'm going to start with this. Any lands on top of my deck? Sure are. Sure are. Flubs. Shifting Woodland wouldn't get haste, but I can still turn it into a permanent in my graveyard, like, I don't know, Green Warden or Coma. More land. More life. Oh, Nissa. I am the sicko at the window. Every time I play this game. Boop, boop, boop. More. It's great that you can just kind of mill yourself here. And lightning bolt to the face, because otherwise it goes away forever. All of these are going to go away forever too, but like, that's fine. Whee! Daytime! Saying good game? Are we winning? The crocodile! Well, 1 second. I am about to lose 14 life, but I'm just double checking to see if there's anything I can do with the cards in my graveyard. Nope. Oh, a stab wound. Gross. Gross. The most I could have done is gained 2 life by sacrificing this, turning this into a fetch land, and then sacrificing this. But I also would have been paying a land to do that, so... Didn't get there. GG, crocodile. Brawl. Is it Viceroy? This is the role that can deal damage based on a number of spells in your graveyard and exile, and can get you some extra cards in hand and in your graveyard. Eventually getting this emblem, which will hopefully just kind of end the game quickly because they just need to cast a couple spells to finish things off. I'm going to keep that wash away because I think we're going to go for Kellen, doing a little bit of ramping, and then holding up that wash away to try and stop their commander. It's actually not the land I should have played there, but it's fine. Great. I could have just gone for Beseju, but this works out. Crack that open. Now we'll grab a Surveil land here. We can check what's on top of her deck. Ooh, Doppelgang. I feel like I already have an X-cost spell in hand, but it's also a really fun card. But also, I don't think I should use it, even though it's really, really fun. Bring out Kellen. Crack open a cold one. Kellen has been eaten by piranhas. I know, this Brawl isn't even an otter. What's the point? What's the point? Kind of like going finale for 1 here to get the anti-counterspell Halfling. Let's do that. X equals 1. This might also itself be countered. Tim would rather draw cards, play lands, than win every game. But you can do both. I would like a land, please and thank you. I'm not waiting. My deck is half lands. Where's lands? Deck is half lands. Where's lands? That'll work. If only we could use it to bring back the Doppelgang. I think they were considering it. Yeah, they might have a tail's end. Get him, Kellen. World's most skeleton Kellen. No, they deducing. You gonna draw a card off your clue? Sure are. Skeleton. Skellen. He's Skellen now. Here comes Brawl. We're gonna use that wash away we've been holding on to just to slow them down a bit. Hey, Pock, you'd be great if I had some lands. But I don't. So, I guess I could play you anyway, or like this in the boots. Now let's go for Valkut Exploration and some boots. That way, if I get a landfall, I might hit another land off the exile from Valkut Exploration. Yeah, now that they've seen one counterspell from us, they might think we have more counterspells. We don't. Oh, they want a storm! Yeah, that's pretty rad. Pock. Land. Which means more land. Which means... Ooh, Bark Channel. And a Huff. And a pop down this Azusa. Land. Nice. I can play that one. Land. That's a Mox Amber. I guess I can play that too. I will put Boots on the Pock. So we can deal some damage. Bam! And now everything they cast is going to have Storm. Sort of. It's not actually templated as Storm. It's whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it for each other instant sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. It only counts instants and sorcery, so it's pseudo Storm. Yeah, instants and sorcery Storm. Crater of Behemoth looks like this because a child drew it as part of a charity fundraiser. But it's also just, like, the best Crater Hoof. Ooh, okay. They're tutoring for a spell, and I really do not like that. I do not like that you are tutoring for something. Ill-timed Explosion. Okay. I guess if they discard 5 mana worth of spells on, like, one and then 4 on the next, they could kill Pock. Okay, so that's 4. And then... Oh, okay. They didn't get anything. That cost 5. Nice. GG. Alchemist Prof. Master Sleuth. This is just Teferi for people who don't want to have to deal with how difficult the matches are if you're actually playing Teferi. Alchemist Prof is Azorius Control. He draws you a lot of cards, gains you some life, and, well, he gives you an excuse to play Azorius colors. He's also a 3-mana 3/3 with Vigilance, which is like... Bro, save it for the green cards. I have Druid Class, Ramunop, but none of these go into graveyards. I've got good cards here, but it's not quite what I want. Yeah, I'd rather have something like Tireless Provisioner. This seems like a better hand for me. Even though, no red mana. I'll get red mana off of these. Perfect. Jace, come get your boy. There's the art of Jace bashing Alchemist Prof with a crowbar, and that's sometimes how I feel about this guy. Like, wow, Jace, same. Dovin's DeVito. Ah, man. I don't got no Druid Class. I was gonna use that to gain life, you jerk. Fine. How about Tireless Provisioner. You gonna counter that one too? Yep. Sure are. Hey, guys, that's fine. This spell has text on it that's relevant. It says, this spell can't be countered. Ready? This spell can't be countered. Yeah, it costs 7 mana, but again, the deck is half lands. I'll get there eventually. Arboreal Grazer. I think I'm doing Hugs for X equals 1 next turn. But Hugs for X equals 1 means I can play land, which means I can do that. Yes, okay, we keep you on top. And we like to cause violence where we can. Die. Yeah, they tutored for a mana drain. Oh. Hey, you don't appear to have 2 blue mana, though. Which means you have a different counter spell. Yeah? Hugs resolves? Hugs resolves? Hugs resolves, so I get to play an extra land. Oh, you're telling him to get lost? That's rude. That's my best friend, a badger you're talking to. Ah, a bolt. Well. Let's see if we can, put this into practice here. Coma! Cosmos Serpent. This spell can't be countered. But you can still mana drain it if you, like, want to do the thing. Or they could turn it into a skeleton or a frog. There's nothing wrong with being a frog. That's Flubs. Yeah, it's been like a week since I've seen an Alcus Proft. I'd love it if I went another month without seeing him. Okay, you want to steal a Tolly? You can steal a Tolly. Wait on that one. This gets mana drained. Oh, they can steal that, though. Would you like to mana drain Flubs? Liffy! Thank you for the 5-month resub! Bye, Bonnie. Yeah, I need to empty my hand. Empty my head and my hand and my heart. Last chance! Last chance to steal it! We know that they can activate Agent of Rafine, so we just get rid of it and attack it for 2 in the air. I'm trying to go Flubs mode now. The bird of paradise craves violence!
Yeah, let me get him.
I hope you steal trash. Because I do not like your deck. I do not like your counter spells. Have I seen the new art for the Karlach and Asterion cards? Yes. What? You'd soul partition my best friend Flubs? Choi Chupacabra, thank you for the sub! Oh my goodness, thank you. Flubs, again. You have continual card advantage. I am literally card disadvantage, but advantage the deck. I have seen the new Karlach and Asterion cards. I may have actually filmed something with the new Karlach and Asterion cards, which you'll have to maybe wait to see. Sheesh. I'm gonna channel this Kami with Bamboo Groves. I don't know if they'll put the art in Arena. Asterion is the same in Arena, but Karlach is not. I mean, they have priority no matter what I'm doing. Or drop the other one of these. I'm gonna drop the Atali. Give me the agent. I cannot progress the game while you have this garbage here. Okay, they also have 3 steps ahead. Bye, Atali. Why is this still showing up here? Flubs got exiled and I played it again. Soul Perdition should not still have any relevant text. Yeah, my opponent has hit my lands, which my deck is half lands. Makes sense. We return Flubs to the command zone. Are you going to mana drain my frickin' Flubs? Well? It's 3 whole mana for you. Don't you want 3 mana? Reprieve. Okay, great. Yes, back to my hand. Flubs, out here, now. Hobbit, go. Give me a land. It counts. We play the land. Thank you, we play the land. This is Box Amber. I finally got to do the flubbing. I have flubbed. Yes, you gain more life than I am losing through this. Good old Solitude. You gonna play Prof, or you just wait until you board wipe first, and then you're gonna do it? Yeah, I mean, Agent of Rafine holds the line. Card's really good. Flubs is just absorbent. They could have the instant speed board wipe too, but I know no fear to. I know only violence. Swinging it with you, and you, and you. You can untap the bird. You gonna settle my wreckage? You want to turn my lands into slightly more different lands? Snapcaster Mage! listen, I would look at your graveyard to see what you're considering getting. Get lost. Who are you hitting? Probably Lair? Yeah, blue's doing blue things. Since I'm not going to be blocking with the Bird of Paradise, because 2-3, I am going to use the map on Flubs. I'll say Lightning Bolt. Oh, that could be fun next turn. I'll take a Lightning Bolt on top. You want to steal it? You want to steal it? Rude. Oh, ew, they can cast it this turn. They have enough mana. Bolt my bird. Wow, look at that. It's a classic move. Bolting the bird. Because they can play Proft, I am going to be throwing the monkey in front of the Solitude here. Ah. Ugh. Fine. Are you gonna counter Flubs? Hater. I don't think it does much here. You get 3 extra mana. Would you like to play Proft? Maybe you've stolen one of my big spells. Okay, Valakut Exploration. Card advantage. Is that a Whirlwind Denial? Yeah. Nice card you can't use. That's because you play Proft after a board wipe. Like, that is what I said before, and that is exactly what they did. They waited until they had a board wipe, and then they play Proft. Because then you just sit around for a turn, and then you sacrifice a clue to get all the stuff. Alright, Flubs, get me a card. Flubs, get me another card. Flubs, that was a land. Flubs, sweetie, that was a land. Turn Timber Symbiosis. See, that's a nice big spell. We like that spell. Very big, very large. It might get me a good card. Might. Or it might just get countered. Okay. I imagine they're gonna, like, draw as much as it leaves 2 open, so then they'll have enough for a counter for 2. Sounds right. Turn Timber. Flubs! Land. What do we got? Okay, a Ruth. Once she resolves, we don't draw cards anymore. Okay, ignore that it's Renfield in the art. Normally it's a lady being tormented by demons. You know, like normal cool stuff. Hot babe things. What do we got on top of her deck? Cool. Emrakul. Very Emrakul. What do you think I could do on their turn? I could do this for X equals 0, if they haven't already done it. Hey. Dude, you don't want that. Are you sure? Like, yeah, you have my Valakut exploration? Are you sure? They're horny for this one, okay. Listen, I get wanting to do crime. It's real fun. But Flubs takes a rather particular kind of deck. Rather silly kind of deck, I should say. They just want a flub, baby! Do-do-do-do-do. I love my turn. Ah, it looks to me like I have a perfect land to play! Oh darn! It looks like I'll have to discard Narset. Wait, do you guys see that Flubs is showing the other frog copy token? Oh, that's so cute! No, you're gonna get to keep Flubs. X equals 0. Absolutely not. You live in the trash. Oh, I guess I could have also beefed this anchorage. Yeah, that seems good, though. I didn't even notice that they had that, or I would have beefed him. Well, Alcus Prop, or I should say Flubs, the fool. This is a Flubs deck now. Would you like to draw cards? Because they're not going to last for long. No, I didn't attack with Flubs because Flubs, as I said before, not really a blessing. Flubs is the fool. Hello, Teferi. Now, Teferi, you could like tuck this Emrakul. Nice mana tithe. Didoosh! You better find something to deal with this, or it's gonna swing with a lot of damage next turn. What is the card that was letting me take over their turn? Emrakul. I wish this Flubs wasn't 11 mana. That's not my fault. You did this. You did this. You did this to me. Plus or minus? I think they have to tuck Emrakul. Unless they have something really nice in hand. No, they're gonna risk it for the biscuit. They can't block with that. Also, trample happens. Right now, I don't think I'm playing Flubs. I'll see what I draw, but like right now, I think it's Restless Ridgeline, buffing up Emrakul, swinging in. In the air. You can prevent 3. Instant speed removal doesn't work on Emrakul. Thou hath been flubbed. but they're the ones who wanted it. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hoped you like seeing the Flubster, the Flubmeister, the Flubinator, the Fluborama, Flubalubba, Ding Dong. Flubs, the Fool. This deck is really weird to pilot, and I'm definitely not going to be the best pilot at it, but I did my best to build a deck around it. I think you could even include more zero-cost things to try and just keep casting spells to get those draws, or maybe you could swap out some of the lands and landfall stuff for other unusual abilities with Flubs. If you're looking for my deck list, it's in the description of the video. And if you make any changes to it, let me know. Let me know what worked for you. It's always tricky to build around a commander like this where you can do so many different things, maybe even building more around the discard effects, putting in madness cards and cards like conspiracy theorists, whereas I just have things like containment construct to help me out with Flubs. This deck is very weird to pilot, though. I think you'll have a lot of fun if you try to play it. Thank you so much for watching, and also, please do suggest commanders that came out in the most recent sets. I'm not just talking about Lumbra, I'm talking about Modern Horizons 3, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I have lots of cards I have not brewed around yet, and a lot of the cards in Lumbra are going to be lower powered, with the exception of a couple. So once we're through those really powerful cards, well, we can have fun with all of the squirrels and other woodland creatures to our heart's delight. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day!